Well, hello, tubies. It's Psychic Bob. I'm broadcasting from my new computer. Keep your fingers crossed. This new webcam, I don't like it. It shows all my wrinkles. Well, I'm glad you guys are here tonight. Well, I've been sitting here communing with the spirit world, looking into my crystal ball, having some mystical experiences. And I'm just so glad to be with all of you tonight. How are you guys? Everybody okay out there? All right. Oh my gosh, I see a lot of people. There's Simba's here. There's Stardust C. Hello. There's Lady Jane. Hello, Lady Jane. The Earl Grey Tea Tribe. Oh, thank you. She says blessings to the Baron. Thank you. Yay. There's Simba. There's Sarah Maria. Robert Stevens is here. Robert Boston. Lady Bree. Amy Radcliffe. Oh my gosh. Miguel Johnson. Jendelson Sanchez. Hello. There's Sandra Bradley. There's Denise D. Gosh, it's good to see all of you here today. Well, welcome to our seance. Some of you here may have never been to a seance, and I want to welcome you. We probably have some people watching that are not in chat. Welcome. My name is Bob Hickman, and I am a professional psychic medium. And as a psychic medium, I work with the spirit world. I come out of the spiritualist church background. My background was I was trained in the spiritualist church and worked as a medium and a minister in the spiritualist church for many years. And these days I do full-time psychic practice as my business. So I'm really glad you guys are here, and I want to welcome you to our seance. You know, back when I was in the spiritualist church, what we used to do is we would gather at the church, and we had a seance room where we'd all sit around in a circle and see what happened. The mediums in the church would go into trance. We'd take the lights down. Never know what would happen. You know, sometimes we get stuff through and sometimes we wouldn't. It was always an adventure. And I always tell people I can't guarantee anybody will come through tonight. I hope they will. We're certainly going to invite them. But I also say just be open. And I don't know who's going to get messages. I don't really control that. So I have no control over the messages. But just be open to it. And, I always say listen to any message that comes through, because spirit will bring words of wisdom, even through other people's messages that might help you. So, thank you for your support. Now, if you enjoy this, next month we're going to do another private seance. We do this as a free open seance, but I also do private seance, which is a small group where you can have more direct time with the spirit interaction. And we do that on Zoom, where you can actually communicate with the spirit guides. So if you're interested in that, let Baroness Kolobobs know. Speaking of special events, we also have a special event coming up on the 28th of this month. Let me see here. I think it's going to be the 28th, the last Wednesday of the month. We're going to hold an evening of private messages on Zoom, a private meeting. So let Baroness Kolobobs know if you want to be in that. It's like messages from the spirit world, but it's a small group limited to 10 people, and you get a lot more interaction. The readings are more in depth. So if you're interested in that, let Baroness know. The price for that is $25, and she can get you on the list, okay? All right, so Baroness, tell me if I got the right date on this. It's the 28th, Wednesday, the 20th, last Wednesday of the month. Anyways, so glad you guys are here. Welcome. Welcome to our group tonight. So before we get into it, I got a few quick announcements. You can still register for Saturday's psychic development class. On Saturday, I'm teaching a class on how to open the channel. There are different techniques to open your psychic gifts and senses, and we're going to explore various techniques on Saturday in our private class. The class is limited to only 30 people. I keep it a smaller group. I could have hundreds of people in there if I want to, but I keep a smaller group because I want I want that group to really get training. I work one-on-one with people. So if you're interested in joining it, I still have seats available for Saturday's class. go to my website, PsychicBob.com, and you can register. Hi, Melanie. Good to see you. Thank you for your kind donation. Glittery Rainbow just donated €5. Thank you. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. So that's Saturday. Now on Sunday, this Sunday, we are having our special group Inner Circle. And this Sunday's Inner Circle is going to be called Psychic Help Forum. And what it is you get to come. We're limiting it also a small group. This one is Sunday's class is only 10 people. And I want you to bring all your psychic concerns. Maybe you're having a haunting you're dealing with. Maybe you're having recurring dreams and you don't understand them. Maybe you feel like you're having past life glimpses. You don't understand it. There's so many things that go on in our lives that have a spiritual nature and a psychic nature, and we don't know where to place those. So on Sunday, this Inner Circle, I'm going to spend the whole class helping you sort out your problems. Maybe, since childhood, you've had a fear of spirits, and yet you feel like you're around spirits. Bring that issue. I'm going to help you work through that. So Sunday, we call it Psychic Help Open Forum. It's going to be the Inner Circle group, but our focus is a little different than what we normally do. Because I begin a lot of questions about people saying, I need some help in this area, in this area, in this area. Are you doing an inner circle on this subject? And I thought, you know what, let's just do a whole inner circle where you guys bring your issues. Now that class is $50, but again, you're limited to only 10 people. So it's a lot more up close personal time with me. And it's 2 hours of me talking to you. It's for only $50. So that's a really good deal. You'll get a lot of attention that way. It's a good option if you can't buy a private session. Come to the Inner Circle. Now, I only have a few spaces left for that. So if you want to be in, I need to hear from you tonight or tomorrow at the latest, or you won't get in. Let Baroness know if you want to be in the Inner Circle for Sunday. The Inner Circle is not on my website, so I'm going to send out invoices tomorrow for that. The psychic class, the Saturday class, you can just register at my website, and I'll send out your link on Saturday morning. On Sunday, we're going to have class at 12 o'clock noon Eastern time. Both classes, Saturday and Sunday, are at 12 noon. So Saturday, Psychic Development class, and Sunday is Psychic Help Open Forum. So if you're interested in one or both of those, you can get involved with it. Thank you, Sandra. Blessings to you. Sandra sent some money. Blessings. Thank you. So this is what's going on. Let Baroness know. She's in our chat there. She is Baroness Cola Bob. She's got the blue wrench. So yeah, let her know tonight if you want in on Inner Circle. I've been so busy, I forgot to talk about it last week and earlier this week, and then with my computer down, so I haven't been able to send out promotions. I did send out an email today. That's another thing. If you don't want to start getting my announcements, I only send out one announcement a week. I don't flood your inbox with thousands of emails. If you want to be on my list to get these notices, tell Baroness tonight and coordinate with her for her to get your email. Because I sometimes would say, well, I wish I'd known about it. I put it on the website, but sometimes people don't see it. So we'll get you on the list if you'd like to be part of that, of either of those, okay? You guys are great. Well, listen, I'm so glad you're here, and thank you for joining us. Well, what I'm going to do now, we're going to have our seance. And if you were with me in the spiritualist church, we'd be sitting in the room here just like we are now. And I would have you guys put chairs just around me here in a circle. We'd sit in a little circle and we'd bring down the lights. And we're going to do that. And I'm going to go into trance. And as I said, I never know what's going to happen. And it's always an adventure. So we're going to see what happens. And just be open to it tonight, okay? All right. Excuse me. I'm losing my voice here. Hopefully the spirits will be able to talk through me. Sometimes their voices come through. Mine's weak and theirs is strong. So it's nice when they take control. Excuse me. You guys okay out there? Angela Prayer Poems. Protection and blessings for Bob and Chet. Thank you, Angela Prayer Poems. Are you new here, Angela? You'll forgive me. I get a lot of people and I can't always keep everybody straight. There's the therapist. Hello, therapist. Good to see you. Well, guys, I'm going to take down the lights. This is what we do in the spiritualist church. And if you're at my house, put the lights down. We're going to work in the red light tonight. In the spiritualist church, many times we work in the red light in seances, and that's how I prefer. Angela says, I've come a few times. I was Angela Blanc, changed my name because I like writing prayer and poetry. Oh, that's nice. Well, welcome back. Thank you for being here. You know, everybody changes their names. I have trouble keeping it all straight. Hey, there's Starlight where it says, love seances. Yay. Well, I'm glad you guys are here. So I'm going to go in trance. Let's pray some people come through. I never know what's going to happen. So we'll just be open to it. If you don't get a message, don't get mad. Like I like to say, this is not me. This is spirit people coming through my body, and I have no control. So don't be angry. Listen, Bob didn't give me a message. Hey, just the fact, and I want to say this because my teacher taught me this. She said, just the fact that we gather should be make it a special time, no matter what happens. And she says, the fact that even we get one message come through, it's always amazing because, we're dealing with dimension, disincarnate beings. All right, think about what they go through. They lower their frequency. I raise my frequency. And then our energies blend. They do what's called an overshadowing. I literally feel them like behind me pressing into my body. And then their voices come through. Now, when I'm under trance, I don't really know what's going on. So I don't have any control. But we'll see what happens, okay? So I'm so glad you guys are here, okay? Thank you for your kind support tonight. You guys are wonderful. Blessings to you. All right, so I'm going to settle down, and I'll see you when I get back. It's getting dark here, so it's going to get a little dimmer in here, but that's okay. I like dim light. I used to do seances in the dark as well. We may do a full dark on seance too eventually for physical phenomena. But tonight we're going to hopefully get some trance spirit people come through. All right, well, I'll see you guys when I get back. Oh, give us just a moment here. Oh, this is Fletcher. I think we've got control of the medium's body. Oh, well, top of the day to all of you. Over here, night and day, it all blends together. People say, over in the spirit world, what's it like as well? The beautiful effulgence of God permeates everything. There is light here, which is a light eternal. But because we humans have been so conditioned all our lives to have nighttime, there is a kind of a twilight here. It never becomes pitch black in the spirit world, but it becomes twilight here, which is restful for us. Even we spirits occasionally have a little rest. The truth is our spirit bodies are immaterial and they never tire or age. But sometimes even our minds, because we process so much information, have to have a little bit of a rest. So we have a little rest now and then, and that's good for us. Oh, I say just a few moments of twilight, and we're good as gold. Well, I'm so glad to be with all of you, and I do see a lot of soul glow out there tonight. It seems like our medium's vibrations holding steady, so hopefully we'll be able to bring through some people here tonight. Well, I'm going to step back and see if they can come in. Hold on just a moment. Good evening. It has been a while since I've had the opportunity to come and speak with each of you. It is nice to see familiar faces gathered amongst us tonight. There are many of you here who are saying, is it possible that there is life after death? I come as one to tell you that you shall live eternally beyond the body. You see, humans come to the earth from the realm of spirit. Where I am speaking to you from now is on the edge of the etheric. We stand on the edge of the spirit world. We project our energy into the body of the medium, and this medium is receiving my frequency into his body. As we do this, we are able to take control of the muscles and the vocal cords and put our voice through. But we're not fully possessing the medium, for he still has his own mind and consciousness, though it is subdued at the moment. But he lets us have control over the physical apparatus of the body in order that we might speak to you. Understand that the voices that you will hear coming through this medium tonight, these are not his voices, but they are our voices. They're the voices of those of us who dwell in the realm of spirit, those of us who dwell on the other side. Some of you know me. My name is Alfred, and I've worked with this medium for a few years now. I was an earthbound soul trapped. It is shameful to tell my story, for I was once as he is. I was once a medium myself. Back in the early 1900s, 1920s, 1930s, I belonged to a magical order. I studied mediumship and I did magic of the ceremonial type. But I gave up and abandoned my spiritual principles and followed a life of degradation. I became an opium addict, and my life went downhill. And when I died, I was caught in the throes of my addiction. People said, "Oh, what happened to you?" Upon leaving my body, I found myself drifting into a realm of darkness. There are realms in the spirit that are lighter and realms that are darker. If you live your life in harmony with goodness, high thoughts, kindness, you will go to the light. But if you live your life in degradation, perversion, hatefulness, and selfishness and greed, you will gravitate towards the only realm left for you, which is the realm of darkness. It is most fortunate for me that this medium, during one of his seances, assisted my soul in crossing to the light. There are many such souls as I were, trapped in the spirit world. And it is important that you understand this fact. For each of you here tonight can do a great act of kindness, of mercy, of spiritual help by remembering the dark souls, praying for them, sending light to them. This medium is fond of quoting the spiritualist church's teaching, which I myself believe, which goes like this: the doorway to reformation is never closed against any soul here or hereafter. End quote. What does that mean? It means that even souls such as myself will have an opportunity to move into realms of light and beauty. I wandered in darkness for over 60 years, lost, trapped in my thoughts, caught in the throes of addiction still. You cannot imagine what it is like to have a craving for a drug, and yet you have no body to satisfy it, and yet it is as tangible and as excruciating as when you are on the earth. I had the good sense because of my training to know where I had ended up. But I also knew that I could not instantly go into the light until I had prepared myself sufficiently. Do not make the mistakes I did by drifting into darkness. Keep your mind high. Be a person of prayer. You do not need to be a fanatic, walking in the streets preaching about God. Your connection to God is private and personal. It should stay such. But if you should encounter those who have questions, be ever ready to answer their questions and to share the truths of the Spirit with them. This is the best way, in that you will only put energy into those who are truly ready to receive spiritual light and truth. It shocks me to think upon it now that I had fallen so far. I had been a medium myself, working with the light, and I turned away and was in the place of darkness in the end. I've heard since coming here to the light that many souls were devastated to see my downfall. Many of the guides and angels who guided me during the earlier part of my life were so grief-stricken. But you see, with human free will, we can make choices to grow into the light or to walk away from the light. And I chose to walk away. I suppose I did not perceive it as such at the time. So do not be like I were. Do not make choices that are destructive. Choose goodness and light and pray for those souls in darkness. I thank you for receiving me. My name is Alfred. Oh, this is Fletcher. Give us just a moment. I think somebody else is here. We've got a lovely lady who'd be liking to speak to you. Greetings, my dears. Can you hear me? My name is Rose. Oh, my dear, it's so wonderful to be back with you. It's been a while since I've had the opportunity to come and visit with you. Do you know I was there the night that Alfred crossed over from the realm of darkness into the light? It was a great joy to be present at such an occasion. We in heaven rejoice whenever someone turns to the higher realms. You know, my vicar, I was a member of the Church of England, and my vicar used to say, he said, the angels rejoice when one sinner repents. And I used to say, interesting. But I didn't give it much heed, to tell you the truth. But I do now, since coming over here, understand, for I myself, like Alfred, fell into the realms of darkness and degradation. Well, not degradation, I simply selfishness. I suppose it's a form of degradation, though. You see, this medium helped me to cross to the light as well. And this is why I'm so very loyal to serve him and to be a guide to him. And I've had, through his association, the good chance to serve many of you here. Some of you know that I've come and spoken words of wisdom to you. And for that I am very, very thankful. I do hope that you enjoy our visits as much as we do. Whenever we have an opportunity to come over from the spirit world, we feel very blessed and very thankful. I first of all am very thankful for our medium, who makes use of his body to serve us and for us to serve you. And I'm very thankful for each of you who gather here whenever we come to visit. In the spirit world, you see, we look upon the earth and we say, if only we could help more people. And whenever a medium such as ours here holds a gathering, oh, we take it with great excitement. How many of you here tonight come hoping to hear from us? Well, if I cannot speak to each of you tonight, please forgive me, for the power is limited. But I want each of you here to know that this message now I give to all of you. Know that over here in the spirit world, There are many countless souls watching, waiting for the opportunity to serve. And if you feel alone in your life, if you feel no one cares, know that I'm here and you can call upon me. You can say, Rose, help me. And I will come. I may bring to you other spirits who want to help you as well. But if perchance you should sense my presence one day, do not be surprised if you sense another. You may say, I feel if the Rose is here, but yet there's another with her. Be sensitive to that possibility. As much as I like to serve, even in the spirit world, we have our limits, how much we can do. But I shall certainly assist you where I can. And I shall bring to you others who will assist you when I can't. So know that you're never alone. If you have a little hope in your heart, a little mustard seed grain of faith, then those of us who dwell here will come and help you. I do hope you understand this. So know that each of you here tonight have been noted by me, and I shall be watching you. You are not alone. You may call upon me. Really, my dears, you can call upon any of us. We're all here to help you. Fletcher will help you. I will help you. Alfred will help you. And dear Doris will help you as well. I do hope she's here tonight. I haven't seen her. I've heard she's on an assignment, but perhaps she'll come later. But whilst I'm here, I should like to bring a little word of wisdom to some of you, if I might. If I don't, I do hope you will not feel that I'm intruding on your privacy by speaking to you here. I should like to speak to my dear friend, Robert. Robert Stevens, are you here, my dear friend? I want to tell you, my dear, that those of us in the spirit world have great joy when we look in upon you. You serve many people in your day, and you have no idea how much light you bring to those around you. In your work, I know, my dear, it must be frustrating some days. Some days you think, oh, the people are driving me mad. Yes, I can imagine that. And when you have those days when it feels a bit overwhelming, I want you to pause and say, how can I love these people more? How can I help them find a better way? How can I get them off my back so I can get on to what I need to do? If you think in these terms and you also call upon our world, you shall receive help from the spirit world. You know, you have many angels about you. One of your angels is Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel comes to help you to speak to others. And I want you to remember his name. He's a very exalted being. And when you feel as if you don't know what to say Gabriel, will you come and help me? And his word shall come through. You can call upon myself as well. All of us here are pleased to serve you. And please know, dear Robert, that you are very close to the world of heaven. Heaven is not some faraway place, as those churches near you might tell you. And Robert, I might say, I wish no disrespect to your fellow co-religionists, but do not buy into their false teaching. There's a very false teaching in your area. We've heard it preached in the pulpits. They say God is angry, a wrathful God waiting to cast you into hell. That God is far away and only for the righteous. My dear, in the spirit world, we refer to God as infinite intelligence. It is the mind force of the cosmos. The love of God permeates all, and even those who you, not you, my dear, but people around you, might be tempted to say, oh, degraded sinners. They too are loved by infinite intelligence. So be kind to all peoples. We know that you are. And your light is an example, a shining example, my dear, all about you. So know that those of us who dwell here are not far away. God is not far away in some distant heaven. His very spirit permeates all life. And we of the spirit are only a frequency away. Slow down during your day and listen for our guidance, and we shall help you, my dear. I do thank you for receiving me, and I do hope you received my words in the spirit in which they are intended. And I thank you very much. Oh, this is Fletcher. Give us just a moment. We have to adjust the medium's frequency and vibration. Oh, there we go. I think Roses want to come back and say something else. Greetings, my dears. Can you hear me? I do hope my voice is transmitting across the ethers. As Alfred so beautifully explained earlier, he said that when we come to a medium, it's a very complex process. Yes, it is, my dear. It took me a while to learn it. But you'll see it is true what he told you. We stand on the edge of the etheric, and we put our power through a medium, and then we can bring our voices through. These are not his voice that you're hearing. This is not his voice. This is our voices. So know that those who come from the other side come to tell you that life is eternal. No one really ever dies. You simply step out of the body. If I had known how easy death would be, I wouldn't have been so fearful of it all my life. Well, you know, while I'm here, I want to speak to another one of you. My dear Sandra Juskin, my dear, can you hear me? This is your dear friend Rose. You know, I've been looking in on you lately. Oh, my dear, I know of the troubles that you have coursed through. That terrible, horrible man. It shocks me how people can fall so far. I know, my dear, that when you married him, he was a being of light. He tried to walk a spiritual path. He said all the right words. Somewhere along the way, my dear, he's forgotten who he is. They wish to come to tell you, my dear, it's not a pleasant thing I must say to you tonight, but I do hope you receive it. You cannot repair him. He is too far gone, my dear. I've spoken here with Archangel Michael. He's asked me to relay to you tonight that you are under his protective wing. I shall also be there in Doris as well. You know, my dear, when you are faced with adversity, it's very tempting to run and hide. But, my dear, we're not going to let you retreat into the darkness. It is a time for you to hold your head high. Speak your truth, but in love. The forces that you're up against are forces of darkness and hatred. We shall not allow this to control you any longer. You have lived many years in fear and worry. It does not get one anywhere, my dears. You must have good love in your heart. You must have hope, my dear. You must believe in the spirit realm. Do you know, in the coming weeks, you shall have a greater sense of freedom, my dear. I'm working, as well as Doris, to try to secure a position for you, my dear. And we should like you to work with those publishers that our medium mentioned to you. Llewellyn Publishers has an international branch, my dear, and we feel that it would be a very good place for you. For at Llewellyn, not only would you be able to use your language skills and your editing skills, you would use your spiritual skills for the books that you would work on, all spiritual books. We think it would be a lovely experience for you. So we're going to work on that one. We also see around Hay House opportunities for you. And both of these would do you well, my dear. So we do encourage you to follow through, please. We brought the knowledge through to the medium recently, and we're here to tell you it came from ourselves. Do not fear the threats that are coming to you, and do not be manipulated by that man's self-destructive tendencies. If he should destroy himself, my dear, it is no reflection on you. It is a weakness of his own character. You're more noble than that, my dear. You will not collapse, die, and go into self-destruction. And do not let that man push you to that place. We're working to steady him, to calm his nerves and hold him at a distance from you. Please know, my dear, that you can call upon us. You will see in the next 3 weeks much more joy, much more peace, and a greater sense of freedom. And yes, my dear, you will go to Germany as you wish to do. And I shall go with you. I've been wanting to travel a long time. I do hope you will not mind my saying these things tonight, my dear. But I do thank you for allowing us to come through for you to receive our words of wisdom. Blessings to you, my dear. Yes, awesome. Hold on just a moment. We've got to strengthen the medium's vibration. There we go. I wish to also speak to another dear friend of mine while I'm here tonight. Lady Nicola, are you here, my dear? I do hope you can hear me. Dear Lady Nicola, thank you so very much for your friendship. Doris and I have been wanting to let you know directly from us that you're not forgotten to the spirit world. We know things have been a bit topsy-turvy. But as Doris has told you, my dear, all things are being taken care of. Hold on, I think she's here now. Fletcher, is she there? Can she come through the medium? My dear, hold on. We're going to see if we can put her through. And everybody's worried about dying, right? Oh, Nicola, there he is. Listen, lass, you're not going to die. You think it's the end of the world. The body's failing, the money's gone away. I've got nothing. No, my dear, listen. I've been through a lot in me life. I've seen a lot. But it ain't your time to go. You know, I've been coming to help you. And I've been talking to all them peoples at all them bureaus and them council flat meetings and all that. Old Doris has got a word in, and we got people listening. So you got to remember, it's the spirit that helps you, my dear. Now, didn't I tell you last week? I say every Thursday something's happening, right? Well, there it goes. You had Thursday. Do what happened today, my dear. Wasn't I there with you? Of course he was. And next Thursday, some more good's happening. If we can get a little earlier than Thursday, we shall. But I can't promise it, my dear. But now that old Doris ain't forgotten you. I'll tell you, you know, after coming through the war, I tell you, I'll never forget the war. When those planes done bombed the East End, we stood in the streets and shook our fist and we said, you can't destroy us. And I survived. Not all my friends did, but I made it. And you're going to make it as well. You're strong, dear. If I can get through the bombings, you can get through your situation. And I'm not going to let you be without a home. Old Doris never forget no one. I didn't. You know, as I told you many times, I used to walk them corridors of the hospital at night. And I used to have a little word. You know, it was a spirit inkling. Have a little word. Oh, the doctors didn't know. If they knew what I was up to, I'd have been out of there sacked right away. But I just said, Spirit, help me. And I used to pray to my father. My dad used to help me. He used to come and help me do messages. And my father told me tonight, he said, go help that lady Nicola. And I said, oh, I am helping her, dads. And I'm helping you, my dear. So know that I'm with you. Next Thursday, we'll see another breakthrough. First of all, so I got to tell you, I'm putting some healing into your body. We know you've been having the right time. And my dear, I'd like you to go back to that doctor because I don't think you've got the right antibiotic. I still think you need a little more or a little adjustment there. It won't be hard to fix, but you got to have some little adjustment. Would you do that for old Doris? Just say, I need to have that antibiotic check. Or it might be a little bit of higher dosage, that's all. I remember I used to walk around my hospital and I used to talk to people. And sometimes I just had a right idea about medicine. I used to approach the doctor. I said, well, you know that patient down in room 3B? Maybe look at the medicines on. Doctor said, well, let's take a look. Sometimes I get it sorted out. How did I do that? It was a spirit, my dear. Well, we come over here just to help you, my dear. Let you know you're not alone. Every Thursday is your lucky day. So we got another blessing. Hopefully we'll get some more word about that apartment next Thursday. And we get that money problem sorted out as well. You're going to be on the mend, my dear. I thank you for letting me come tonight. And like I like to remind everybody else here tonight, people always say, oh, Doris, I'm so afraid of dying. And I said, you can't die for the life of you. And I'm here to prove it tonight. Well, thank you, my dear. Hold on just a moment. I think Rose has another word or two. There we are. Can you hear me, my dears? Rose. Lady Nicola, I'm so thrilled that Doris came to visit with you tonight. Know that we can call on her and myself as well. We're each going to help you, my dear. You know, I knew a lot of people in my day, and I knew how to move things along. I'll be bending some political ears, my dear, to get things sorted. So between Doris and I, we won't let it rest, my dear. You shall not be forgotten. My dear, thank you for receiving us this night. There she is. Yes, I can hear her. Yes. My dear Lady Jane. Are you here, Lady Jane? Lady Jane of the Earl Grey Tea Tribe, dear. Yes. Hello, my dear Rose. I'm so thrilled to be here with you. You know, my dear, you've crossed through a terrible time lately. And I want you to know that, the ominous words you've been hearing from those about you are simply their projections of fear and darkness. They are not words of truth, my dear. We from the Spirit come to tell you the truth. Though they say it's the end, my dear, things look grave. You shall be blind by tomorrow. You may have cancerous tumors through your body. Oh, my dear. You come here. You know your own heart and soul. Don't you have a mission to fulfill, my dear? Of course you do. You have a mission to be a light worker, to be a spiritual helper to those in need, and to be a mother to those lovely children of yours. These missions, none of them have been fulfilled, my dear. And so you cannot leave the earth. And we wish you to understand that anybody who's telling you you're done are simply wrong. I'm here to help you, my dear. And Doris is here as well. And between us, we shall see to it that things will get back on track for you. The next month for you will be a month of increasing energy. You've been depleted lately. No wonder, my dear, with all the false things people are saying. But we come from our world to tell you, no, dear, you're not coming over to our world. Do not hold on to such fallacies. That's the word, fallacy. False truths, half-truths, misnomers, lies. No, my dear. You have a mission to do. And the spirit world will not let you come here until you do your mission. Now ask yourself, my dear, have I completed my mission? No, my dear, you know in your heart of hearts, you've not completed your mission. Any thoughts that you might come over here prematurely? Oh, no, dear. There's never a mistake in the spirit world. No one comes here by accident or because somebody else wishes it. No. You'll come when you're ready to come, but you're not ready to come, my dear. So put aside such thoughts and then put on your brave face. You have the world to face, my dear, and you will overcome these illnesses that have limited you. Your lifespan shall be long, and you will see your children grow. Please have good confidence and call upon us, my dear. Thank you for receiving me. I do hope you will accept my words. Thank you, my dear Lady Jane. Hold on just a moment. This is Fletcher. We got to get control of the vibration. There's some static electricity in the air tonight. It's breaking up the signal. Sometimes when we try to, through a medium, gets cut out and we can't have every word be heard. So bear with us while we stabilize vibration. Well, there we go. Can you hear me out there? I think we've got a stable frequency now. Well, I think Rose has a few more words she wants to say. Greetings, my dear. Rose. Lady Brianna, are you here, my dear? I thought I heard your voice earlier. Do you know when we come over from the spirit world to the earth realm, sometimes we can hear you talking, though you're many miles away from the medium. The voices transmit. It's going on the edge of the etheric realm. Lady Brianna, it's so good to see you again, my dear. You know, I cannot help but wonder if you're the reincarnation of my neighbor. I had a neighbor in Mayfair. Her name was Lady Brianna. She was the daughter of an earl, I believe she was, or marquis. I can't remember now. Lady Brianna, lovely lady. But Lady Brianna was a good friend, and she looks so very much like you. And I haven't had a chance to look her up over here, so I'm not sure that she's not back on Earth, reincarnated. You might very well be her, my dear. I have to research this. But anyways, my dear, I come to you from the spirit world today to say, chin up, my dear. You've been a little down lately, feeling a little depressed, a little despondent. My dear, you've been neglecting loving yourself. You've forgotten to be gentle with yourself. I come here to remind you, my dear, you're a lady. You're not just some person walking the street. You're a lady and all that encompasses. Love yourself, my dear. I want you in the coming days to give yourself some luxuries. A beautiful bubble bath, my dear. Perhaps a little makeup and nail work. You know, sometimes when I was depressed as a young lady, I used to sit in my home, I had a beautiful home in Mayfair, and I said, with all my wealth, I was still not happy. And they said, why am I not happy? I have everything money can buy. But you know why I was not happy? I did not believe in myself. I did not trust myself. I doubted my goodness. And what did I do in that period? Well, I packed up and went off to India. It's not for everybody, my dear, but sometimes a little change of scenery gives one a perspective that is somewhat different. And when I was in India, I discovered my soul again. I discovered who I was. And so, dear Lady Brianna, I should like you to think of doing a little change in your routine. This is why I should like you to have a luxurious bubble bath, something you would not normally purchase. Treat yourself. You don't have to spend a lot of money, my dear, but make it something special for yourself. Maybe buy yourself some flowers or perfumes. My dear, and if you can travel, even just for a day or two away, a different perspective will help you, my dear. You know, over here in the spirit world, we travel everywhere. We can go to other planets. We can see all of the different levels of the spirit world. We can commune with the angels. It is a much more expansive existence than that of Earth. But Lady Brianna, you don't have to be in the spirit world to have that experience, my dear. You can have it right wherever you are. I want you today to remember to love yourself. And if you love yourself, others will love you. Your light will shine brighter. You'll receive the blessings. We know you've been in a holding pattern, my dear, in the financial area. We're going to help you with that. But first, you must work on loving yourself. We can't present you to the world until you love yourself enough to be presented. So start with self-love, my dear. And you shall see all the things in the material will come into balance. It's ironic because many people on the earth say, well, if I take care of, business first and then I'll love myself later. My dear, this is not how it works. You must give yourself nourishment, love of spirit, and then you will grow brightly. And then watch how the material things fall back in alignment. The jobs open up, the new relationships open up, the friendships open up. So no, my dear, even if you feel a bit isolated and down at the moment, we come from the spirit world to protect you, to uplift you, and to help you move forward. I thank you, my dear, for receiving me. My blessings to you. Oh, this is Fletcher. Give us just a moment here. There we go. I think we got a stable frequency. Hold on. There we go. Can you hear me, my dears? Is my dear friend Robin here tonight? Robin Boston, my dear. Miss Boston, I do hope you can hear me. This is Rose. Oh, it's so lovely to be here with you. Got a special friend here wants to say hello to you. Fletcher, can we put him through? Hold on just a moment, my dear. Yeah. I think it's very important that one have a little faith in the spirit world. Now, I was a young man. I didn't have a lot of faith in the spirit world. I was a bit skeptical. But I went on and became quite a well-known spiritualist in my day. And I say, it's something that I sort of think about. And I say, Leslie, how did you ever achieve what you achieved? And I guess if I would ask that question today, I would have to say it's due to the work of the spirit world. It's not myself, and any of us who work in this realm know it is the spirit world. Robin, it's Leslie Flint here for you. And I wish to help you to understand that we're very pleased with you and your family. All of you are doing great things to learn about our world and to be aligned with it. This is no small task, it's not. No, it's not a small task. When one wishes to commune with the spirit world, it takes a lot of energy. It's ironic because some nights when I would sit for my seances, nothing would come through. I would sit in a room, as you know, I was a direct voice medium. I would sit in the seance room. Different voices would come into the room. But some nights no voices would come. And I said, why is that? And the spirit guide used to say, Leslie, the energy is not sufficient tonight. I could not understand this. I said, well, I feel fine. But I suppose these things operate on levels and different levels than we understand. I mean, since coming over here, I've come to understand more of it, but it's still even a mystery to those of us who dwell here. But the wonderful thing is that I've been working with our medium here, raising his frequency so he can hold his trances, let more people through. When he first started, only Fletcher would come through him. And now we're getting a lot of us through, and we're very pleased about it. Anyways, I have another person we tried to put through here. I must say it's as much for our world as for yours that we do this work. We want to test our medium's ability to hold a frequency. We want to test our ability to work with frequencies. So thank you for your patience. And I think we've got a fine young gentleman here who I've been speaking with tonight. Hold on. I think he's here. Mom, can you hear me? I'm here. Wow. I'm always amazed when I can come through like this. I just want you to know I'm okay over here and everything's good. And I've been working a lot. You know, I know you've been going through a lot. And I want you to know we didn't forget you over here. I've been trying to talk to Jill and Sydney to get their attention. I hope they're hearing me. I'm still learning. Like Leslie said, it's hard. We were learning how to work with these frequencies to come through to your realm. I can come over every day and visit, but the difference is that you may not always hear me. And that's what I'm working on. So I'm so glad tonight that I can come here and use this medium's body to at least say hi. Mom, listen, you're going to be okay. I know you've been going downward lately and feeling like you just one step forward and 5 steps back. It's going to stable out. They've told me over here, I've talked to some other healing guides, and they've said that in the next month, you'll see significant improvement. But you just got to work the process. I can do as much as I can, but I'm not really a healer in the sense that they are. Archangel Raphael's helping you. He's helping me too. I'm still working on healing. But you know, Mom, what I've learned since coming here is that the greatest gift is to serve and to give love. I'm giving love to a lot of people over here. And you know, I've been working as a guide to help people in distress. I've seen some pretty scary things. Just last week, there was a man in a garage who tried to use carbon monoxide to kill himself. And I was there. They sent me in. I said, I tried to talk to him. No matter how much I talked, he just turned the gas up on the car, the exhaust. And the garage was filling with smoke. And I kept saying, I can't do this. I can't help him. He's not listening to me. But just when I was about to give up in despair and I thought he was taking his last breath, it's like a light came on inside of him. And he woke up and he said, I can't do this. And I said, you can't do this. You can't do this. And he literally, Mom, said my words. It's like it went into his head. And the angels who were teaching me said, very good. They said, you got it. They said, Rick, you got it. If I hadn't been there, he wouldn't have made it. But he kind of had this moment. He came to life and he forgot when he got out of the car and he turned it off. And he said, why am I doing this? What a stupid thing. And they tell me that I did that. My influence stopped it. So that's what I've been doing. I just want you to know. I'm still playing my guitar over here. I don't have as much time right now because I'm doing a lot of work. But it's not your time to come over here, so don't think that either. I know you miss me and I miss you, Mom, but you got to stay there. This is how it is. Please send my greetings to Sydney as well and to my daughter, Cassidy. They both always talk about me and talk to me. Thank you, Mom, for helping her and accepting her. They're still not making it easier on her, and I'm trying to help with that. You and Jill talk to her, and Sydney too. She'll listen to you. Thank you. Yes. They're telling me I have to step back. The power's fading a little bit. I'm fine, Mom. I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. Oh, there we go. Just a moment while we get control of the medium's frequency. Oh, there we go. Hold on just a moment. Rose, can you come through? Hold on, we're having a little connection issue. There we are, my dears. Can you hear me? This is Rose. I'm so thrilled to be here with all of you tonight. I have another word of knowledge I'd like to share with all of you. Sometimes when you feel alone, it's the time when those of us from the spirit world are the closest to you. When you're sitting in silence, you're contemplating your life, just turn your mind briefly, if you will, to our world. So spirit people can help me. You may find in these quiet times that we come and help you. I have another message here I should like to bring over while I have some energy left. Amy Radcliffe, my dear, are you here? This is Rose. Oh, my dear, the spirit world has asked me to relay to you that your service to your family, particularly to that aunt, is noted over here. Not many people would have the patience and the thoughtfulness and kindness that you do, my dear. This is a spiritual service of the highest order. You've been tasked with helping to prepare someone to cross over to the light. My dear, it is no small or easy task. Yet those of us here know the struggles of those of you there who do such work. So we wish to let you know that we will help you, my dear. Do call upon us. And call upon all the angels, the guides, the masters, the saints. And you know there are millions upon millions of people here waiting to help you. I've been asked to relay a message tonight from a dear friend of yours. Thomas has asked me to let you know that he would like to have been here this evening, but he said he had to go to a race and it was planned a few weeks ago. He said, please tell her that I'm going to be at a race tonight. Seems that he likes to watch race cars, my dear. And he's having a grand old time with her. And he said, if I hadn't promised another friend that I would go with them, I would be here. But he asked me to relay to you that he is also helping you. And he says, tell her that I love her. And he said, I'll make it up to her soon, I promise. So he's asked me to bring that over to you, my dear. Thank you for receiving me, dear Amy. Know that we are helping you in all ways. Blessings to you, my dear. Oh, dear, yes. Fletcher said our medium's power is starting to wane, and so I shall not overtax his nervous system. But, my dears, thank you so ever so much for receiving me this evening. Thank you from Fletcher. I thank you on behalf of Alfred as well. Please know that in the coming weeks, we shall be with each of you. Do call upon us. We shall not forget you. The spirit world is only a whisper away, my dear. We're not in some far and distant heaven. Our dimensions overlap. But you must slow down enough to align yourself with our frequency. We thank you for receiving us. Oh dear, the power's starting to go. My dears, do keep in close communion with the Spirit. We're with you, and I do know that in the coming weeks you will have greater signs of our presence. And I thank you for receiving me tonight. I do you, which will come. Have a creative now. So, please remember that. Ooh. Ooh. Hey guys. Oh my God. Ooh, I'm a little dizzy here. All right. Thank you so much. I'm back. Ooh. I hope everything went all right tonight. I heard Rose there a little bit, and some other people might have been here. Hold on just a second. I got to drink some water, guys. I'm a little lightheaded. Hi, thank you. It sounds like people came through. Luana C said, hi there. That was amazing. Thank you. Oh, blessings. Thank you. Sounds like some people came through. JB says, a lot of good messages tonight. Privileged to be here and witness this. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, guys. If you're new here and don't know what's going on, maybe tune in. I'm a trance channel. What I was doing earlier was I was in a trance state, and spirits channel through my body to speak tonight. Baroness is here. She says, fab, baby. Thanks for my message. It was lovely. Love you, my Bob. Thank you, Baroness. Love you, too. Celie Jane giving purple hearts. Thank you. Thank you. Angela says, Poems and Prayers says, oops, hold on, I just lost your message. Says, it was, I can't see, I can put on my glasses here. Eyes are a little off tonight. It was busy. The messages were beautiful, happy, crying energy. It got to me. Oh, thank you so much. Amy says, amazing messages. Bob Robert says, yeah. Lisa says, so enlightening. Thank you, guys. I never know what's going to happen, so I'm glad. It sounds like it was good. I have to go back and watch the video because I don't know what comes through me. People say, what's it like when you channel? And I said, well, it's kind of like I'm lying on a couch. You ever lying on a couch watching a movie and you just start to drift away like you're sleeping? You're kind of hearing a movie, but you're not connected. That's my experience. I mean, I sometimes hear some of the voices, so I knew somebody was here, but I know Rose was here, but I don't know who else was here. So I'll go back and watch it later. Sandra Brother says, wow, Bob. Thank you. Baroness has said, Bob's just after my reading, a dragonfly is in my room, flying around. I'm hiding in the bathroom. Can't get it out too fast. They can dive bomb you. They're sweet that they won't hurt you. Celia Jane says, I always think of dragonflies as fairy messengers. I agree. I think it's a sign of the fae. All right. Baroness says, the dragonfly was trying to land on my head. Well, Cole, that's because you got a halo. It's drawn to the light. There you go. Hi, Kira. Oh, thank you, Kira. Blessings to you. Thank you. Lady Jane of the Earl Grey Tea Time says, amazing seance and gratitude, Cole. Thank you so much. I so enjoyed being able to do this tonight. I'm glad that it sounds like it went well. Well, listen, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm a little tired, and I'm going to have to eat some dinner tonight. Oh, by the way, for those of you who do channeling and stuff, or you're new to it, it's not good to go into bright light right after you channel. So I'm not going to bring up the lights. I'm just staying in the red light a little while because it can affect your body's nervous system if you go into bright light. So any of you who do channeling, you might want to remember that. Okay. Anyways, guys, listen, thank you for being here. If you want to join Saturday's Psychic Development class, we're teaching a class on different ways to open your channel to commune with the spirit world. So I'd love to have you in Saturday's class. And we still have seats available for Sunday's class. Sunday is Psychic Bob's Inner Circle. And it's a special inner circle. It's called the Psychic Help Open Forum, where you can bring all your concerns about your spiritual life, your challenges, and I will address those and help you work through those. So it's going to be open forum on Sunday. So Psychic Development is going to be opening the channel on Saturday. Sunday is going to be open forum Psychic Help. If you want to be in the Sunday class, let Baroness know tonight or write to me at my website. I do not have these Psychic Bob's Inner Circle. The Sunday class is not on the website, so I'll need to hear from you, and I'll send out invoices tomorrow for the Sunday class. Okay, so I need to hear from you tonight if you can. All right. Hi, Kira. Kira says, nice work. But thank you, Kira. Blessings to you. Thank you for being here. So anyways, yeah, so if you want to get in on Saturday or Sunday's classes, I still have some seats available for either of those. The Saturday class is $30. The Sunday class is $50, but Sunday class is limited to only 10 people. That's why it's more. You get a lot more up-close personal time with me. Okay, and I also do a mini psychic reading as part of Sunday's class for you. All right, so bring your psychic concerns, your questions. People are saying, what are you talking about? Well, so on Sunday, let's say you've been having a recurring dream for the last 5 years and it's never made sense. Bring that question. We'll look at that. Maybe you've been feeling like you've hit a plateau in your psychic development and you say, you know, Bob, I feel like spirits call me, but I just don't know how to get over this hump. Bring those sort of problems to Sunday's open forum, and I'm going to help you with that. All right. Maybe you're terrified of spiritual things. You think, I would like to learn about this, but I'm scared. Bring that concern on Sunday, and I'll help explain it to you and help you work through that. So our Sunday is going to be a special sort of inner circle. It's called Open Forum, Psychic Help Open Forum. And I hope you'll join us for that, okay? Well, guys, listen, I love you. I'm going to go watch the seance later tonight and see what happened. And I'm glad you guys are here, and I hope this has been good for y'all. And we'll see you tomorrow, Friday night. What's Friday? Is that Tarot Cola? Just said, I get my names. Oh, tomorrow's live psychic messages. Yeah, be here same time tomorrow night on Friday for live messages from the spirit world. I'll be answering, psychic questions, conscious channeling. Tonight was Trance, tomorrow's conscious. Hey, there's Michelle Marzana. Good to see you, Michelle. Welcome. Thanks for being here. You guys rock. Listen, thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow, 7 p.m., same time as this show, for messages from the spirit world. And I look forward to seeing you guys. Thank you so much. Blessings and good night.